Hello everyone, we are discussing now about new concept in Python. We'll discuss about classes. In order to represent the objects from the environment, we can define in Python classes, and we can instantiate or we can create a new object based on the class definition, like I will explain into the next steps. Okay, every class is starting with every class definition is starting with the class keyword space. This is the name of the class. In our case, I'm building the books. Should be our class colon, and press enter. And every class can contain attributes. In my case, name with the default value no name, and another attribute gender, let's say science fiction, and another attribute price without VTA. I'll set up also default value 100. And also under the class definition, in our case class class books, I can build methods or functions. In my case, I have built a total price method. Every method I remember is starting with the def keyword space name of the function, and for our classes we should complete the self. This is the self parameter. This is mandatory for every method inside our classes. Okay, and column. Okay, at the end of the header of this method, column, and press on enter, and this class will return the total price of a book with VTA, which will return in our case self. This self is a self reference to our object self.price without VTA multiplied by 1.19, which is VTA in Romania. Okay, this is the class definition. Okay, we can have attributes and we can have multiple methods. Okay, now let's create a new object. My new object will be named book1, and I will do this specifying the name of the object equal and the name of the class. In this process is named instantiation of an object, in our case book1, from the class books. Okay, then I want to print here under the interactive console the name of the book1, because I have initialized this name of the book with no name. I will my result should be no name. Okay, let me select the code and press on F9. Okay, name of the first book is no name. Okay, in order to access an attribute of an object, this is the object book1 attribute name. I need to put dot in between. Okay, name of the object and the name of the attribute or name of the function or method. But I can change the value for the attribute name for the book1, for the object book1. Can put another name, 1984, and I'll print again the new book, the name of the book 1, like before. Select and press F9. Okay, initially the book was named no name. Now I have set up the value 1984. Okay, now let's learn how let's learn how to call a function, a method for our object book 1. Yeah, it's the same. Here I have a normal text message, name of the object, dot, name of the method, price without oh no, excuse me, I will print the value of the attribute price without VTA. Yeah, it's like above for the name. And here, okay, I'm calling the function total price, or the method total price, for the object book 1. Okay, let me select all my code and press on F9. Yeah, price without VTA, which was 100, is like here, as I have set up set up initially at the class definition. Then I have called the function total price for my object book 1, and the total price of the book with DTA is this 119. But I can change the attribute of price without VTA for the object book 1. Okay, initially it was 100, but I can replace this value with a new value using the input function, and I will convert this result using the int function. The result will be integer, and I will assign this value to my object book 1 for the attribute price without VTA. Okay, let's run all code. Yes, I'm invited here to set a new price, let's say 50, and the new price of the book is 59.5. okay, class definition, and yeah, printing the value for the attribute name, the value for the attribute price without VTA, calling the function total price for the object book 1, changing the value for an attribute, and run again. Okay, call again the method total price. This is the explanation for classes without a constructor. Okay, and below I have built my class with a constructor. Okay, let me comment the first part of the code. Here is the same running of my program, but I have built here the constructor for my class books. Yeah, this is the constructor. This constructor is implicitly called when an object is created. Yes, this is the definition of the construction. It's about a function underscore init underscore. The mandatory parameter is self, and we can establish the next parameters for our constructor. Okay, and in the definition of the constructor, I can refer to the parameter, to the parameter name, which will be okay. When I'm referring to this to the object, I'm using the self keyword, and the parameter attribute name of the parameter, we receive the value name from the for here for the argument of my constructor. Okay, again, gender attribute for my object, it will get the value of gender, the value for the second argument when I'm creating a new object, like here. Okay, the same for the price, and the total price method is the same, like above. Here, it's more clear. I'm trying to create a new object named book1. Here is the name of the class, and here I'm sending the arguments in order to instantiate my new object. This is the argument for the name, this is the argument for the gender, and this is the argument for the price without VTA. Right? Let me select the code and run this part of the program. Okay, after this code to run, my book one will have established for the parameter name Enigma Ottilie, for the parameter gender it will have Roman, and for the parameter price without VTA it will have the value 25. This is the significance of the constructor. Okay, this is the definition of my constructor, and here I'm building my book, my object book1. Okay, let's run, and then it's just a simple printing of the value for the name of the book 1 for the object book1. Let me select the code. Excuse me. Let me select other things. Okay, select this part and press on F9. Name of my first book is Enigma Ottilie, right? I'm establishing a new value for the parameter name Vovadis, and I'll print again. Vovadis. Initially was Enigma Ottilie, now it's Vovadis. Price of the book without VTA. I think I have selected. Price without VTA. Total price. Price with VTA. Establish a new price. Let's say 100, not 100, 200, and the new price for my book. Okay, let me create a new object. Let's say book2 using the constructor. Okay, name of the class. First argument should be name of the book. Let's say iRobot. Gender should be science fiction, and the price, let's say 500. Okay, and let me run this last part. Okay, print. This is a price without VTA. Okay, for the book 2, the name it would be iRobot, gender should be as science fiction, and the price without VTA to be 500. Okay, let me print the new price of book is, and I'll call the function, but for the book 2 total price. Okay, Let me run all my code. F9. This is for the first price for the first book, let's say 4, and the new price of book it will be this 595. Okay, let me correct this, it's in very late. But I hoped that you will follow my explanations in the morning. Okay, 80, yeah. Thank you and good luck with these concepts: classes, objects, object-oriented programming in Python.